Good evening. This is John Harder with another episode, another live broadcast about spreading the wealth of TBC and how to generate free energy. All right. So I'm excited about where the world is going right now, even though it is very much a fierce battle right now, and in many parts of the world where people they have been so brainwashed to think that the way the deep state was operating, that is, that they are somehow doing people favor, that is somehow in favor of the people. It's unbelievable how how brainwashed people can really be. But nonetheless, this is what they've been fed through the mainstream media. This is what's been taught in the schools, and this is the world that they have been the how should we say, that's the illusion that they have been led to live in, that type of a bubble, thinking that that what Trump is doing is actually bad. Well, we are uh, we are tremendously. I don't really believe in luck, because I believe everything is by divine order. So I'm not going to call it luck, but I'm going to say that it is tremendously in our favor, that really in the whole world's favor, that Trump has been elected. Hi, Pedro. Thank you for coming on. Hi, Jules Ann. Thank you for joining me. And so, but it really falls down to us as people. What do we see? What do we see? Before, it didn't seem to make much difference what we were thinking or anything, but now our voice begins to matter much more again, and it will continue to do so, because the world is changing. The powers that should have never been, uh, they are being dismantled and abolished, and we need to recognize that is a tremendously precious thing, because this will finally get our freedom back, uh, give us our freedom back that we should have had all along. Uh, Now, I don't expect, with the amount of work that there is to do, that we're going to, that this is going to happen overnight. Definitely not. We realize this is going to take a while, because there is very much work to be done. But folks, let us do our part. What is our part? Our part is seeing the world as we want it to be. Our part is seeing the U.S. prosper, seeing the U.S. the people in prosperity and enjoying life, enjoying the freedom. You see, that's true prayer. is to simply stop the wheels of the mind completely. Go into the closet, as it were, where you can communicate to your subconscious, which in turn projects the energy into the universe and connects with the with nature itself, with the life principle, and tremendously empowers the life principle, and gives more power to the and adds to the positive energy that overthrows this satanic uh, uh, how should we say, the Satanism that has been dominating in the world. And we can't abolish it by being angry at it, or by being by wishing it would be gone. We must refrain from adding negative energy to it, because instead of adding energy to that, let's add our positive energy to the forward movement that is there. Okay, so that's the difference right now. And let's remember, positive thoughts are thousands of times more powerful than negative. So instead of, first of all, feeling miserable and adding to the negative power, let us be joyful and add to the positive power. And this we can especially do using our imagination. And as I mentioned, go into the closet, of your mind, where you stop all thinking, you completely stop the wheels, and then engage in and seeing the end result, a result of freedom and prosperity and joy and peace, strong local communities. These imaginations will add tremendous power to abolishing the corruption. So, all right. So now I have basically shared my piece on that note. And now what I want to do is I want to talk about the free energy, and also the new economy which we are building using TBC. Now, I would like for us to just take our imagination into that world. Okay? So here we are. We're looking at the end result. And we're seeing people taking time. We're seeing people enjoying enjoying visiting with the neighbors. We're seeing people that where there's you walk past the neighbor and it's a friendly hello. Probably even stop, even though you're out for a walk, probably even stop and have a few friendly words, instead of just walking by, and you might even say hi, but there's no response. And not only that, but what about the local farmer? What about the family farm over here that is now selling milk? This is where a lot of the neighbors go and buy their milk. And by the way, that milk also, it gets sold to another business nearby, also in the local community, where there's a small cheese factory. They make cheese there. They make cottage cheese. They make all these different dairy products. You can buy these dairy products fresh, either from there or else in the local store. You see what kind of a community we can build in the local store. You go into the local store, they know who you are. You go into the cheese factory, they know who you are. Everybody kind of knows everybody. And everybody is kind of like, hey, you know what? If you need a hand with that, yeah, I'd be happy to give you a hand. You know, I'll be happy to help you out. And you know, that kind of thing. That's how life used to be, or at least much more than it is now. Now it's the way humanity has been trained to think is that you look out for just one person, just me, just me. That's it. That's all that matters. So your neighbor, well, he's probably an enemy. You know, you probably don't. You know, you don't actually you don't know. You have no idea who he is. All right, because first of all, you're so busy barely getting by that you're spending all week long to get enough, you know, make enough money so that you can barely pay the bills. But hey, let us look at a different picture. Let us see a community where people have time again, where working 2 days a week is plenty to pay all the bills. How are we going to accomplish this? Well, it's actually not that difficult. It'll take a bunch of work, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to employ a lot of people to do this. But so what we do is we start making these generator units. So we make these generator units, and then they get installed everywhere. And now they can get rid of their heating bill. They can get rid of their electricity bill. Well, there's a bunch of money knocked off. And now we're going to make engines that fit in their cars that also run for free, that don't burn any fuel of any kind. There you go. Now you don't have to stop at the gas station anymore. How much, how much would you save by not having to buy gas, not having to buy heating, pay heating bills, no electricity bills? And let me add one more thing to it. Internet. I believe that's also going to be, those bills are also going to be eliminated, or at least very, very minimized. So there we have, we have some major expenses taken off. And wouldn't it, isn't that a wonderful thing where local people are, and of course somebody comes from another community and needs a job. Well, hey, you know what? Yeah, I heard that the guy over at the fabricating shop, they were looking for somebody. So so there's a job there, where we are open to help each other, not just, I don't know, I have no idea. By the way, actually I don't know who else lives in town here. You see what I mean? So it's such a wonderful thing when people come together and enjoy life. And my goodness, have parties, have meetings at the local town hall where you plan things, where you get together and you discuss, about maybe some of the roads needs fixing. No, we don't need to call the township. We don't need the township for that. Let's not bother the township. Let's go and fix those roads, Let's go and do that. The more we look after those kind of things ourselves, We don't have to push. We don't have to push the government out. We don't have to do that. All we have to do is do our due diligence and look after things ourselves, and they won't be needed. They won't be needed. Once there is no work for those utility workers, they will have to get a business of their own or get a job for somebody who can actually pay them and have them produce something, not that having them paid through the taxes. You see what I'm saying? The tax bill will also disappear, right? So these are the kind of communities we can build, and that builds very, very strong local communities. You see, when things are run centrally, there is huge risk, because a central, a government, they're only people too. I know they like us, they want us to believe that they are somebody very big and that, that they are very much needed there. But folks, have we not learned from the past hundreds of years how every government in the world was compromised by the elite? Well, that is because the power was handed to them. I have sometimes referred to a verse that says something like this. It says, "All power is given unto me, go ye therefore." And I know that the way people have been taught to read that verse is that there is this Jesus outside of you somewhere who says that the power is given to him, but it's actually the reader. It is actually the reader of those words who that power has been given to. So when you read those words, then I encourage you, read them correctly. All power has been given unto me. Unto me, my subconscious mind has all power, and it is connected with the universe. It is connected to life itself, the very life principle. Folks, we are far more powerful than we give ourselves credit for, if we think that the power is out there somewhere. So now, these local communities, you see, when we have that, we don't need a thick book. We don't need a thick book filled with regulations to read it, to find out what exactly law would we be breaking if we have the ladder leaning the bottom of the ladder 3 feet away from the house, as opposed to 3.5 feet. Okay, is 3.5 feet, is that legal, or does it have to be 3 feet? Folks, those are actual written regulations, believe it or not. Seriously, are we that stupid that we don't know how to use a ladder? Well, that's what they would like us to believe. That's what they would like us to believe, that we literally have no idea how to use a ladder when we lean a ladder against the house. Folks, there are regulations written for that. Are you going to take the book out every time you're going to use it? Well, I'll leave that question for you, but I don't. See, we have let this go so far, but we need our freedom back, because it has turned into a global prison. And freedom is coming. Freedom is happening as we speak. It is happening fast as we speak. And this is why I encourage us to look at the new world that we are creating, let's look at it very often during the day. Let us look at that new world. Don't focus on where it is. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the new world. Let's focus on a world of freedom, of wealth, prosperity, and a life that where we have free energy. We stop polluting the air, and we clean up. We clean up the planet. There are already programs, and some people have already started with that. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. Are people working with cleaning up the plastic out of the ocean, which is actually it's just unbelievable how much plastic there is floating in the ocean. And there are people working on cleaning that up. It's phenomenal to see those kind of movements. And now we have to advance in many other areas, and we are already starting. So let us proceed. There are already things in motion. People are already helping, already contributing to the free energy concept that I have put out the website for. I am very grateful that people see the value in that. You know, and it's really, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you see the value in that and eliminating the bills? You know, these bills are so constantly coming in. And I know those of us who have a lot of TBC, we could quickly brush it off and say, well, with all that TBC, why would I worry about the bills? Well, folks, it's not really about that. It's not really about that. In order to create local, strong communities, we need to take the support out of the structure. Okay? And that support is mostly by those monthly bills. Of course, there are many other ways, but these charges, on a global scale, charges all the time for energy and those monthly bills are a huge support to the taxation system and all of those things. And when we take that leg of support out, we have much more strength in building strong local communities. Okay? So it's not really just about eliminating those bills, which is a huge help, of course, but it's not just about that. And not only that, don't we want to create an even playground, like an even playing field for everybody? Isn't TBC about lifting humanity out of poverty? Well, the energy project is part of that. It is part of lifting humanity out of poverty, you know, providing something to humanity that they, a tremendous luxury for many people because they don't have access to that. And now if they can have that without paying for it, and also have TBC along with it, get some TBC. So now they have, not only have they got something available to them that they couldn't have before, but now they also have money. So, and this is why I'm saying I'm really glad for as many people as have contacted me that are ready to start contributing, and some have already. It's awesome. I am really grateful for that, because this will quickly allow me to set the thing in motion. Okay, so so this is really great to see. And as I mentioned, free energy is also coming. I mean, the billion coin is coming along the way every step of the way. Every step of the way. It kind of goes both ways, because many people already have the billion coin and are finding out about this, and so they're pitching in on helping to get this moving, whereas other people, they don't know of the billion coin yet. And while we're introducing the concept of the free energy, we are also introducing them to the billion coin. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then I encourage you to visit Myfree.energy and go carefully over the information on the homepage, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, because the two go hand in hand. All right. So I want to, before I forget, I want to let you know that for the next while, I won't be doing the 9 o'clock in the evening. I won't be doing this broadcast. I'll only be doing the morning ones, because with so many people, with helping so many people with this migration, it's getting too hard to fit everything in. So I'm going to let go of the one broadcast until I get caught up more. Or, well, I'm not really behind, as it were, but I do need to. So I will be only be doing one in a day, and when I get a chance, I will also do the German one, but I will be canceling the night one for, until it suits again. Okay, so that is simply how that goes. All right, so for those of you watching this video, actually, I wanted to share the screen for a little bit, because if there is viewers on here who haven't done a broadcast before, I'm going to say this: it is not required that you have a lot to say if you aren't really, if you, how should I say, if you're kind of struggling for what to say. And this is why I wanted to go to to share the screen, because I want to show you something. So if you learn how to share the screen, and if you are stuck for what to say, here is a good way to do it. Okay, so let's just go there. Not this, not that either. Is it here? Yes, yes, here. So really, all you need to do is you can simply go on, share your screen, and talk to people about blog posts. And so I went to this one right here, and this is just simply, this is a script actually. And you can read through the script, or you can read it ahead of time and just kind of explain it. And to find this script, let me just go away from here for a little bit, and I'm gonna go to something different. I'm gonna type in wallet fee. Who knows? Maybe some people will have a question. We'll ask you about the wallet fee, and you can find the information on the blog for that. Okay, so you type in wallet fee, and of course here are some things about that. Now the top one here, I think, is actually a video. Let's just see. Oh, actually it's not. Okay, so here it is. It tells you about the this is simply the $10 usage fee coming soon. So this was actually the original post. This was before that. You see, originally there wasn't anything, but then when we run into that problem last year, because the system was insufficient of meeting the needs, so they had to build a new completely new system. And of course, there is very much expense to that, and that is why this $10 fee came into play. So so now you can you can read this, so you can tell people why the $10 fee was needed, so that you know about that, and you can just tell people. or you can simply take the time and read through it if that's how you want to do it. But what I'm saying is there is plenty of information you can find on the blog. So let's type in cookie rewards. Oh, I've typed it in previously, but see cookie rewards. So you just type that in and you do a search. Voila. Here's a lot of posts that talk about cookie rewards, and all you got to do is go to blog.thebillioncoin.info and read some of these posts ahead of time so that you know what you're talking about when you tell people about them. Or as I said, just simply take them here and have a look and read the article with them so that they can, you answer their question. And also in your broadcast, it's a great idea to take your people and show them. Just simply take them here and show them that you can type in pretty much any question about TBC. Let's type in migration, right? So type in migration, and we let's look at that. Let's look that up. See, there's a bunch of articles on that. So here's where you can really find a lot of information on almost on anything that you need about TBC. And of course, if you where most people need to focus on, where you need to help them, is to, oh, that's not what I meant. Let's see, script. So let's just go back to script. This here, let's see if this is the original. Yeah. Okay, so this here is the script that you can simply use to approach your friends and so on. You can use these lines here and to get them to be able to give them the free gift. Now, I just want you to know again, as I showed you yesterday. Here it says that this is, that this would be the referral link, and I'm not quite sure why they have it like this, but this will not get people to your link if you use the concept that they have here. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. So what you would do instead is you would log into your Kringle.cashback office and get your referral link there. Let's just quickly do that because I like to show you exactly how you do it. So I'm just going to log in and show you exactly where you find your referral link so that you can actually have people sign up under you when you give them the Kringles or the free cookies. So once you're logged in, you click on marketing and then referral link right there. Okay, and here's the link, right? So right there is the referral link, and then you can just copy and that is what you give people. You see, there is more to the link than what we saw over there. See that? That's why that does not lead to your referral link by just adding your username to the end of that link. Okay, so so just adding your username here, that does not do it. All right, so but I've showed you where to get it, so that's good now. All right, now again, you get yourself familiar with this, what it's saying here, and then you can just share with people what this is really about. Or as I said, you can read it if you want. And then here, of course, is that link again, which you got to be careful about, as I mentioned. And you just follow. Other than that, you just simply follow the script. For Facebook, like to find people on Facebook, let me just throw in here, I know how easy and how tempting it may be to go and just post on Facebook to try to get leads, but folks, that is not the right way to go. If you are new to TBC, let me just tell you, don't do that. You're going to do yourself far more harm than good. Okay, because just posting on Facebook, on somebody's wall or on your wall, that is not the good way to go about it. What you do is you follow the script, okay? And that's what will, the script works, all right? So you follow the script, and that's how you get your leads. And those are tools that work. And of course, uh, there are actually trainings coming up that will help you and walk you right through the whole thing. Well, there is a very good training here already, but what I'm saying is there are members that are also coming up with ways that lay out a exact step-by-step system out for you, so to get you to a billionaire status. Okay. And so that is coming up, and I'm really looking forward to that being completed, and so people will be using that. Okay, so I think that is pretty much all I have to say right now. I want to see who's all here. So Pedro, Josanne, again, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. Krypton, thank you as well. Serenes, thank you also for joining me. I truly appreciate you know, this kia ora, I think that means greetings. I think that's what I was told it means. It's it's very interesting to me. I always love other languages as well. All right, so let me first get out of this because I haven't stopped the screen share. All right, here we go. Okay, and who else is on here? Oh, I clicked there again. Let's not click again. So we have screens, trip to review, Serene, Josanne. I think I've got everybody. Yeah, Krypton. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And oh, Stephen Coffey. Thank you so much. I didn't see you there. Thank you very much also for hanging out with me here. All right. Thank you very much for everybody, and hope to see you tomorrow morning.